It starts as a routine traffic stop, but within seconds the suspect floors it, and officers find themselves in a full-speed pursuit through city streets. Watch closely as this motorcyclist gambles with his life, weaving through blind corners and heavy traffic. How far will he push it before his luck runs out?
Channel 14, passing.
Oh, I've got him here. I've got him here. I'm 1037.
I'm 1037.
10 more, hold on, unit for 1037, 1063.
Pass the Meadowbrook.
10 more.
White male, blue jeans, gray tank top, black helmet. We're in the roundabout right now. Looks like we're going to be going back towards 8th Street.
10 more.
See if this building get up by the David Glass building and block them. Speed 70, light traffic.
10 more.
Looks like we may be going north on Beverly. Negative, he's blue to red light. Okay, we're going through the new Walmart home office now. Speeds 70.
10 more.
South on Integrity Drive. Negative, he's wrong way now.
10 more.
Speed 60, light traffic.
10 more.
Crossing J Street, we're still westbound on 8th.
10 more.
South on G Street. Negative, he kept going west on 8th Street.
10 more.
Passing C Street now, speed 60 light traffic.
10 more.
Hey, he don't know how to ride at all, so he ain't getting far. South on Main. Negative, he's on the Greenway now, behind him. Still west on 8th Street. Okay, we're approaching Walton now.
10 more.
North on Walton.
10 more.
Speeds 80, medium traffic.
10 more.
We're approaching Central now.
Hitting 95 miles per hour in medium traffic elevates this from a standard pursuit to a high-risk situation. The officer makes a crucial tactical decision here, maintaining visual contact while relying on radio coordination rather than forcing a highly dangerous pit maneuver. At this speed, one mistake could end it all. Would you push the chase or call it off here?
Speed 85, no traffic, still northbound. Hey, take over call and let's see if I can get him forced off the road.
They've been advised.
Hey, get on your stomach right now. Get on your stomach right now. On your stomach. On your stomach.
Oh, stupid.
Lower temperature.
I got music going, I can't hear you.
Roll over on your back. real stupid, you know that?
Yep.
Is the bike stolen?
No.
And why are we running? You have a warrant?
No. Oh, yeah.
What's it for? Did you miss court? Something stupid?
Huh?
Did you miss court? Is it for something stupid?
Say what?
Here. Stand up. Put your feet under you. 1, 2, 3. Nothing's going to stick in your poke. Yeah.
Dude, you don't know how to ride. You wouldn't outrun me. Why'd you run?
On you, dude. You been to prison before? Well, you're getting ready to go. I don't care if it's not comfortable, you put yourself there.
Yeah.
Yep, all the way from like Bentonville, Rogers Line. Ran from Bentonville. Didn't know how to ride the bike. I don't think we talked like 90 miles an hour.
Look at that. I was literally just down around the corner waiting for us to say, all right. Well,
So he's got a warrant, so. No, we're going to get it towed off and we'll be good to go. Scuff my car. Oh, CDL.
Yeah, he's got
Are you trying to get a vent off the bike at all? So it ain't stolen, but I'm not sure. I hit him. We're going like 5 miles an hour just to get him off. Let me like it scratch my car a little bit.
A perfect mix of patience and precision, the chase ends safely thanks to quick thinking and solid coordination. The suspect's lack of riding experience ultimately forced him to lay it down without a catastrophic crash. If you enjoyed this real pursuit breakdown, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real chase analysis from around the world.